Talking all that bullshit. I'ma put it to you like this, yo.
This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me. I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everybody, and welcome back to another special episode of the Only Friends podcast. Well, you know, it's me and my only friends, which includes, but it's not limited to, my boy, Tutu! It's back, baby! Yeah. Come on.
Just to piss Berkey off.
It's really the guy in the comments from yesterday.
Yeah, you know,
I randomly looked at him, and, you know, he's thanks for not what?
I didn't even have it ready. I thought it was
12
dead.
hours.
You know what? It's like it's back from the dead, right?
Always here.
Yep, like the Undertaker coming up.
It's never going anywhere, actually.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Berk.
It's here forever.
I don't know why you two insist on sabotaging the show at all costs.
What's poppin', Berk? How you feeling today?
Winner, chicken dinner.
Indifferent?
Yeah, I won. I'm in
There
the
you
muck.
go.
I'm in the muck, but I won. I was on raging tilt.
It sounds like a man that was upsluck.
Oh no, that
You didn't go on Raging Tilt from poker.
yeah.
You still going Raging Tilt still?
Oh yeah.
Tell us more, Melissa.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a
It's
zoo?
just competitive.
Nah, yeah, I get it.
It's when there's a certain sense of entitlement I have around certain actions, and it's when I know people are fucking around and the deck bails them out. I don't get mad at them, but I get so angry at the deck.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's always the dealer's fault, right?
Not the dealer, the deck. The deck. Like, why cooperate with these idiots? They're doing dumb shit. I'm laying the fucking trap. You know, we're here in the weeds. We're going to calm down with ace high if we have to. Just don't cooperate. No.
You know, if the deck never cooperated with these guys, there'd be no game.
Yeah, that's fair. I had a hand versus Oaken where I was just gonna fucking rifle it.
Please tell us more.
Oh, I was gonna rifle. Like, you know when you just have, like, you just fall into it where, like, you have the perfect suits and you get the perfect turn and then the river just fucks you. See, most people, when they're telling bad beat stories, like, the river fucked them because, you know, they had a flush and a board paired and the other guy had a full house. And it's a bad... No. I had a draw to the nuts with the nut flush blocker and the board just pairs a stone brick and I have to surrender. This hand would... Oh, it would have been chef's kiss. I open ace 10 off, ace of diamonds, ace of clubs, 10 of diamonds. Oaken calls button, big blind calls. And it comes queen 8, I don't know, like queen 8-3 with
2 clubs?
2, I have the ace of clubs, yeah? Yeah, so 2 clubs and a diamond. So I think it's like queen 8 of clubs. I think it's like queen 8 of clubs, 3 of diamonds. So checks to me, I see bet, small, like quarter. Oaken raises. How dare you, sir? It's like, yeah, this is a fine board to raise. I shouldn't be c-betting that often, but, like, also, the fuck? What are you trying to say you have here, buddy? I float. God, I call. I call.
You floated.
At least I'm out of position when I use the term.
You're definitely floating.
So what happened after you floated?
Turn, jack of diamonds. Oh, chin, baby.
That's nice.
Queen of clubs, jack of diamonds, 8 of clubs, 3 of diamonds. I check.
The old double gutter.
Yeah, double gutter, 9-10 completes. I have the ace of clubs and the 10 of diamonds, so I block, like, all the fucking combo draws. And we can just rep everything in the world on the river. I check. He bets, like, I think there's like 4K in the pot. He bets 3K, so he goes 3/4 pot. I go, no. 8,500. Call. Okay. 30,000 on the river for sure, no matter what the river is, as long as it's not the jack of spades.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, well, fuck me. I lose all jack X of clubs. Like, the queen is never fucking folding at this point. I check. 20,000. Fuck you. fuck you, 20,000.
So you went all in, though.
Yeah, so I jammed. Did Queen Jack off, and we moved on.
No,
I folded.
of course you did.
That's great.
That's why you won, you know?
Why? Because the Jack of Spades rolled off?
Because you didn't jam.
I mean, I don't think I have any recourse. I think it's like that and maybe a queen. I think I have to. Although, I don't know. Maybe even a queen I can still barrel.
Yeah.
It's close. But yeah, I won a big cooler, like a 100K pot where I 3-bet kings from the small, big blind, cold 4-bet. I 5-bet. He calls. Board comes king 10-3.
Okay.
I check.
Yeah.
He checks. Or no, sorry. He bet small. I call, turn queen. I check. He couldn't put his money in fast enough.
He queens.
Yeah, queens.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right, a little set over set action.
He didn't have ace jack, that's for sure.
So, you know, sometimes the perfect card comes on the turn. Or the river, or wherever it came.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you know, sometimes.
Yeah.
Not often.
And you won a 100K pot. The other one, would you lose? 20K pot?
No. A little more.
Yeah, a little more.
But yeah, whatever. It's not about what I lost, Brian. It's the opportunity.
Yeah, I know. Dude, that's what you
stolen from
lost.
me,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
You lost the opportunity to just shove it right up his...
Yeah, the windmill it in his face opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Pip
don't.
does not care.
She didn't care. She was just playing with me 3 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to
Good
get to Pip in a moment as Conrad has broken my dog.
Oh, no.
We'll talk about that.
We are going to discuss this in friend
we're
court.
going to get the little friend court in a minute. But we have a couple follow-ups to yesterday's discussions that we had. So first and foremost is Rampage. He put out a public statement kind of explaining a little bit further about his withdrawal from the $1 Million Cash Game. And I guess Alex Duvall did some sort of video on him. I imagine it was something along the lines of Rampage is broke, or I don't know. Like,
No. It got me. I actually watched.
Okay, you watched it?
What was the title?
I forgot.
something $1 million for
Thought
sure.
it got you.
Yeah,
For sure
but
something
it got me, and basically, I don't know. I just got a feeling that it was like he was putting the story together, but like, what's the point of doing this? Like, it was just like really
for
nothing.
clicks. I mean, you know, Alex is a content creator. He's gonna do. I do kind of think it's funny when content creators battle. Like, it's like the Drake.
You're doing it for clicks. No, you're doing it for clicks. Like everybody is. That's the point. Yeah.
It's like Drake and Kendrick right now. For what it's worth, I had no idea. Alex only has 17,000 subs. He has multiple videos within the last like month that are over 50K views, and one has 150K.
Yeah.
It's just like, how do you crush views that hard without a subscriber base?
Crack the algorithm, bro.
It's like the inverse of us. Like, we don't get any views,
I
and
don't
we have
really
a
even
ton of
subscribe to
subscribers.
anybody. I feel like.
That's true.
I
I guess.
I just kind of go on my recommended.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of like what it has to be, right? These are all popping up in the algorithm, like on your homepage.
Mm-hmm.
But the title was "Poker Star Begs for Money and Fans Quickly Turn on Him," which, for what it's worth, if nothing else, he's crushing the title game.
Yeah, that's how he does
brutal.
it.
It was pretty brutal. The last one was "Adult Baby Gets What He Deserves After Poor Poker Player." After poor poker etiquette. Sorry.
Okay, we got to start putting some more insults in our title.
Apparently.
Like, bald idiot is on a downswing. They're like, wait, who?
No, it's clear you have to use the word poker and possibly star.
And like angry or like idiot.
Yeah. So Rampage's post was something to the. Actually, I'll just read it. Let me not. He said, receiving a lot of backlash for selling action in the $1 Million Game. I probably didn't explain it well for the average Joe, and Twitter isn't the best forum to rant since the majority of people understand it here. But damn, it's frustrating to go out of my way to offer the general public something that could have easily been more efficiently handled selling privately. Probably should just ignore these comments, but it doesn't help when people like Alex Duvall use the opportunity to pile on maliciously for views and his own benefit. Guess that's the name of the game, right? End of the day, it boils down to communication error on my part, not succinctly explaining how selling action works. Seems like general public thinks I'm begging for a handout to go play roulette with subscribers' money for a free roll. How silly.
So he was like doing it as favorite.
Man, I actually wish I could remember this fucking video because, like, now it'd be pretty interesting to talk about.
It would be. You're the only one that watched it, so do you have anything?
It was only like 8 hours ago. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
I mean, it was just like, basically, he was leading on the question, is Rampage taking money from fans to just like gamble and punt off with? And also, like, he was taking clips of Rampage saying that it's hard to lose the full buy-in, like, or whatever.
And then cutting to him bluffing all in for $1 million.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
So it was a bit of a hit.
So, like, it was a hit piece, like.
Yeah, that's not good faith. Obviously, he's clearly not like degenning on slots. All right,
wait, what'd you say about Landon?
That was a bad callback.
Marley had a good callback for that.
Who did?
Marley.
I missed it.
Oh, well, never mind.
Care to explain? Does it matter if I saw it or not? There's 10,000 people who watch
No,
it.
she did. Yeah, she did
never
she
mind.
did a short where she where she's like being like a poker player trying to shield something.
Even worse, I actually saw this short and still didn't know that's what you were referencing.
I didn't either. Yeah.
Remember? Yeah.
I don't think that was a Landon callback, unless it was just the gazing off part of it.
Yeah.
I would have such a
Fuck you
hard time
guys.
playing with other people's money. Like, if I crowdsourced a whole bunch of money to play in this $1 million game, like, I feel like I would have such a hard time finding bluffs or I don't know.
Well, yeah,
The
it's a
responsibility
little
would just weigh on me so much.
You already have problems with your own money. Of course,
You
you would have
also,
problems
like,
with that.
everything you
it-
play, you have like 1,000 buy-ins, so you would literally never need to sell.
Okay.
That's true.
You just have a weird relationship with money. It's it has nothing to do with other people, although that probably exasperates it a bit.
Bravo, I heard you playing the main this year.
I'm playing the main?
That's what I heard.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Guapo, you
In
played
the
that
main.
tournament on.
Guapo in the main.
You played that tournament on half of someone else's dime. You cashed.
Okay, but the thing is it's
Yeah.
just this is gonna sound bad.
It's just your money.
It's just your money, and I know that $500 isn't gonna like.
And there's nobody watching.
It's not gonna end you.
It's not
you know
on
what I mean?
TV.
Yeah.
All right, I want to have a little bit of fun at Ethan's expense, just kind of ribbing him a bit. I feel like I have to preface this because he's clearly sensitive around this topic, but he's very lucky Doug's out of the game right now because this is the lowest. I mean, you want to talk about a content creator doing shit for clicks at your expense. Like, bro, you missed the wave of when that was a fucking thing. Alex is like a house kitten compared to what Doug was doing at his heyday. I mean, this is literally fucking nothing. Also, I mean, not to point out the obvious, but when you are rampunts online and your whole shtick is that you're a very bad poker player who does content, it's not that tough to take these shots. Like, you got to build a little bit thicker skin here, I think.
You better relax before you ask for like a crossbook or something over the summer. You better calm down, buddy.
Bro, I'm not playing any events. Also, I like Ethan a lot. I just he's a little bit in his feels on this one, which I get. Like, he's going through a really rough patch in his career, and he's doing it all very fucking publicly.
He really is.
And I gave him a lot of kudos yesterday. I think this is one of the best decisions he's made thus far in his entire career, is to have the maturity to say, like, look, the game's not that good. I don't feel like I'm at my sharpest right now. I'm going through a downswing. Maybe I shouldn't play 10x the stakes that I usually play.
Can I play devil's advocate here?
Sure.
Is it possible he didn't raise enough funds?
He said in this post that he had more than enough.
Okay.
I also think there's like a little bit of this is unfair because like he's just kind of being vulnerable publicly, but I do think there's like an air of whininess here where it's like, I was doing you guys all a favor.
That's the part that kind of like
It's like
caught my eye because I was
yeah.
like, is it? I mean, it's not really like a favor.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. There's a line out the door to buy a piece of the Millie game.
Yeah, like you should be
Yeah.
grateful I offered this to you.
Right.
It's kind of like it's symbiotic. Like it's not like you're not getting anything.
It's a
from
little
it.
different than like D-Neg selling at face for his like WSOP action.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean, WSOP is what it is. Also, it's just like these aren't the first YouTube comments to kind of like, take a shot at Ethan.
I didn't even think they were that bad compared to like the comments that some
I
people
think the reason
get.
this is different is
they're
because he has a
misunderstood.
platform.
Well, he's always had a platform.
I'm saying Duvall.
I assume these YouTube comments were Oh, you're right. These are probably on Alex's.
Yeah.
I for whatever reason I thought that they would just be on Ethan's.
Yeah, that's
That makes it kind of like now he's bro. Ethan, let me talk to you. Big bro to little bro. Like, listen, it's fucking hard out there, man. You're doing all this in the public eye. You're bringing all this scrutiny on. It makes it even worse. Don't fucking go seeking out negative reinforcement. You don't need to read these
I
goddamn.
don't even read the comments on stuff.
Yeah,
on our own
like, bro, mute
things.
I mean, come on. Stop Googling your name. You don't need to see what Reddit is saying about Rampage Poker right now, right? Like, it ain't gonna be good.
Yeah, it's never gonna be. It's never gonna be good.
You could cure fucking world hunger, and you're still gonna find 50% of the Reddit's comments trying to crucify you. Like, let it go. Find some nice, quiet place in the mountains. Hell, take me with you.
Listen,
Uncle Berkey could use a fucking weekend trip. You know, let's just.
Big Bear.
Yeah, let's just all go to Big. Mammoth got crushed.
What do you
By the
mean?
way,
Yeah,
two
they got
days
snow.
ago, they got like 3 feet or some.
lot of
Sorry
Some
about that. I just want to go to the bear zoo.
They're still hibernating is my point.
Oh, okay.
It's
What
snowing.
the hell? It's May.
I know. Late
So
winter.
weird.
I should get out there. Man, I didn't get to rip it all. Anyway, Ethan, we're all pulling for you, man. Focus up on the summer. Get your goddamn head right. Stop seeking out the goddamn YouTube chat and stop giving them attention. I don't want to talk about this.
yeah, 500 episodes. I never had one comment.
No, that's
Not
not
one.
That's not true. We told you about the dude who was tired of looking at your balls.
Yeah, you told me about
Oh
it.
my God.
I've
I never
heard about
read
it.
it. Yeah.
I almost went there after they said that I started looking swole. And on the cruise, I was like, let me go see what they had to say. I'm like, nah, because I'm gonna run into a few that I don't
you'll-
want to see.
You'll
and I'm
always
just
run
like,
into
yeah,
something mean.
yeah. So I just, I don't want to stop being me, right?
Yeah.
And if I start reading these comments,
Right.
you start like seeing how maybe some random people perceive you, then you try to be different. And I'm like,
And
I'm
then
not
all
gonna
of a
do that. I
sudden
just
you're
want to be
like
myself.
in a cage.
Right.
And you're like in a shell
Yeah,
of
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, that's right. We signed up for the tortoise that we got.
That's right. You're gonna, this is what you're gonna get. This is it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't,
Honestly,
you don't.
Probably the worst that you
That's-
get is just like he like doesn't read well. It's just like not that bad.
I mean, Conrad deflects a lot of that
Yeah,
attention off of
don't
him
even
anyway.
worry about
Yeah.
that.
I get nervous.
I just can't read.
Oh,
I
man.
can read. I think I wouldn't have made it this far if I couldn't read.
That's
out
right.
loud.
That's right. What kind of poker player can't
My shirt
read?
says BravoCon.
I want to go. Sam and I want to go.
They
to the
canceled
next-
it.
Oh, you have to go to
Once-
BravoCon.
We'll go to the next. Well, if
Well,
if we have extra time, we'll watch
so
more of them.
So they're not doing it this year. You
Why?
gotta- I don't know. They're taking a year off. So 2025 in
What the
Vegas,
hell?
BravoCon.
All right,
Everybody, let's all go.
I'll be there.
There is next to no chance that you still care about this in one full
I
year.
think I will because there's
think-
so many
yes.
Bravo shows.
So many.
Well, that's-
So
that's-
many.
And so
Burke,
many
you can go
seasons
find a
of
wife.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
There's
think that's
gonna
where
be
I
like
need
hot
to be
chicks
looking.
there.
I'm sure they'll be hot.
Yes.
They will not be wives.
That's what they are. They're real
they
housewives.
sit at home
Not
and
my
watch
Real
TV.
Housewife.
They're not out
They're all
clubbing.
divorced.
They're sitting at home watching TV. They're homebodies.
I'm not
They'll probably
saying
make
that-
you soup and stuff.
I don't want that.
Okay.
I don't want anything you just described.
What, you want like a club bottle service girl?
I don't want your life.
Do you want like some gruel? She'll
No, I
make
want
you
a muscle
your gruel.
mommy.
Okay.
I
Well,
want someone that can spot me whenever I'm fucking trying to hit a PR.
Who was it?
they
20?
There's
all,
some muscle
all those
mummies
girls
there.
stay like juice gorillas.
I know.
So
It's
you're gonna
so
have
brutal.
to get on the juice. I don't know what to tell you.
It is kind of, no, because then I'm just gonna end up looking like fucking what's that Dr. Mike guy? He's Guapo. Can you find a picture?
Jamie,
of this
pull
guy?
that up.
This is the most self-deprecating thing I've ever said, so you might as well fucking get it up there
Okay.
so Melissa can get a chuckle out
Uncle
of it.
Mike.
Said Dr.
Dr.
Mike.
Mike, yeah.
Uncle Mike.
Uncle Mike.
Uncle Dan.
He was just I caught a podcast clip that he just did actually, where he was talking about being on gear. Like, this guy's juiced to his gills, but I'm pretty sure he's an MD.
Okay.
And he's talking
Dr.
about
Mike.
he's talking about how it like changes his like total brain composition
do you
when
mean,
he's
like-
on juice.
I
He
bet.
thinks differently.
Yeah, like basically he's talking about like how not only do you have the anger flow in,
Oh no.
but then on top of it is just like a total loss of control of your emotions in general.
Oh no. You're gonna be like PMSing all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
This
yes,
fellow?
yeah, it's this fellow. Like,
I saw him at Teriyaki Madness. He's really nice.
oh really?
Yeah.
I'm so sure that you saw him.
There's no fucking way. Guapo
It was definitely not the
this guy
same guy.
entire
Could have been the same
reacting
guy.
There's so many guys that look like that guy.
No,
Yeah,
it
probably.
was actually him. I
But
call him
he's like incredibly smart and
Very,
very
very-
unattractive. So like, you know, me getting geared out of my mind, I'm just gonna look like
Yeah.
I'm gonna look like the brain
And
from
you'll
Pinky
get
and the
like
Brain.
mad all the time and stuff. That won't be very fun.
Yeah, I'm already, you know, on the fucking edge.
That's what Pip thinks about it.
You'll probably just like cry. It'll be like you're in menopause, kind of.
Oh, how do you girls do with it?
We don't.
How do we deal with it?
We yeah, not you guys. Yeah.
Should be like a course or something.
There should be for both of us.
Yes, exactly.
Really hard.
I don't even know if there's anything they could do for you. It's like you're just kind of a slave to your emotions at that point. But for us, it's just like, okay, well, how do we like, you know, dampen this? What do we do?
Yeah.
How do
Just
I
stand
make
there
it-
and take it.
How do I make it stop?
Just have to be okay with being like, yeah, that's irrational, but it's okay.
But here we are.
It's not
That
her. It's
honestly-
the hormones.
Honestly, that sentence that you just uttered is probably the hardest thing for me to wrap my
It's
head
hard
around.
for a lot of men.
Yeah,
Dude, I
It's like,
just
oh, that
thought of
doesn't
the
make
greatest
sense.
idea for an app.
go on.
So like, you know how DEF CON is a thing?
Yeah.
So you get your girl's like cycle on some kind of app, and then it just alerts your phone like, hey, this week's gonna be a good week.
You
There's
just take a
already-
vacation.
there
Next
are
next
already
week's not gonna be
apps.
so good.
Like I have one, and it'll I have one, and it's like
And if anybody steals my idea,
Guapo
no, it
just
already
pieces out.
exists. I have one, and it's like you might be feeling moody today.
but what I'm saying is, does
For the
it does it
guys?
inform your significant other?
No, I mean they could get
There you
the
go,
app
$1
too,
million
I guess.
idea.
Let me
You just get
explain.
like this fucking huge alarm on your phone. It's like, dun, dun, dun.
That actually would be helpful probably for a lot of guys.
Yeah,
because
it
the
would be.
cycles are really different.
I will say very few ideas are $1 million ideas, and I don't think that one hits in the
Maybe it
market.
could be a couple
Wow.
$100,000
Berkey's
idea.
poo-pooed.
Yeah, maybe $1 per
I
app.
have another
50K?
one that's really, really, really
All right,
good.
well,
Don't
we can't
tell
say
that
that
one.
on
No,
air.
no, yeah.
You got to protect your
Someone's
you know,
gonna steal it.
your IP.
Mhm.
All right. Following up more on yesterday's topics of conversation, we had the Houston Curtis video. I had mentioned it yesterday that he was going to put a video out demonstrating how these mechanics were cheating. We have a brief clip here of him demonstrating exactly that. You gotta
I
full
claim
screen
this
it.
dealer
You
from
got it.
Elite Poker Lounge in Houston, Texas is 100% cheating. Luca Vivaldi, tournament director for Triton Poker, says he's not cheating and is 100%
Oh.
mixing the cards. Let's take a closer look. Riffling the deck from the ends to spot high-value cards is used in riffle stacking and cold stacking. Carrying a large slug that is not being fairly riffled into the deck is often associated with false shuffling. Boxing the deck at an out jog or in jog is a form of card control. And after you've stacked the deck, you still need to beat the cut. And one way to do that is by holding a break over the stacked cards, cutting from the break, as you can see is being done right here, allowing the cheater to then carry that slug over, restoring it to the top of the deck. Do you guys need any more proof than this? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Now,
That
it
was
seemed-
amazing.
Seems pretty clear to me.
Yeah.
That guy's
When
a
he breaks it
mechanic.
down like that, it's
Yeah.
unreal.
Well, or it's very real.
Wow, it's
Real
very
life.
If you're Guapo.
Go ahead.
play devil's advocate, Guap. He told me he doesn't see it.
I don't see it. I've watched it a few times, and I still.
I saw a different one
Wait,
by
did you-
Houston.
I think it's the same one that he just showed is the one that I've seen that I watched in like super slow motion, and I still see cards being shuffled. Like,
Well, the one I saw was when he was doing the V, and then it's like it doesn't actually
when
ever
he's-
go through.
when
He
he's
pulls it
demonstr-
out.
You're talking about when he's demonstrating, right?
Both.
Yeah, there was
Okay,
a different video.
Right. But we're talking about this actual video, and again, I've watched it a few times, and I still don't. See
Wait,
it.
hold on.
The
Even
one we
when he-
just showed, there's a clear slug in his left or in his right hand that never gets shuffled.
Right.
I don't have my video loaded, but I've watched it forwards and backwards a few times, and it looks like he's shuffling.
with the
The
video
one you're
that we just
talking about,
watched,
the one you're talking about was the first video that came out.
I think it's the same one we just
This
watched.
is why
now,
he
isn't
thought
it?
Robbie
No,
was innocent.
Of course it is. the one we just watched was the second video that came out. The one you did in slow mo was the first one that came out, and he was just doing a false shuffle. So he was doing the V push through method that Houston
That's the one I
demonstrated.
saw.
Right. So Houston put two videos out. One was 12 minutes long. We obviously can't show you that. It's way too long and exhausting. but he was showing, he demonstrated exactly what was taking place in the first video, which was a false shuffle of sorts, where the two stubs were riffled together and then just pushed through so that they remained intact. And he demonstrated it with an intact deck that was suited, like a brand new deck. And he did it multiple times, much better than the poor mechanic in Houston. And each time the deck came back perfectly suited.
Did Luca make this statement before or after he saw this video?
Before. That's, I think, was the impetus to Houston creating these. So Luca Vivaldi is the tournament director of Triton. And it seems as though he knows a fair amount about mechanics. Because
I believe he does all the hiring for the dealers for Triton.
Yeah, probably.
I could be incorrect, but I think he does.
I mean, he's the TD, so that would make sense. But in that thread, him and Houston are going back about the different methods of mechanicking the deck. And they're using, like, obviously industry terms that I have no idea what they mean. But, you know, Houston's basically saying, like, oh, that's an over-under hand shuffler. And
they like
Luca's like,
the
no
names.
way that's an over-under. So it's like they disagree with what they're witnessing. But, like, to me, the naked eye, I would think that what we just saw was pretty conclusive. You know, he's able to demonstrate 3 or 4 points of mechanics that are common with cheating, and it's difficult to say that. I think it's very difficult for such specific methods to just happen by chance by somebody who's a poor shuffler.
All in one act.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
And the person might not even be a poor shuffler. They just can't handle the deck while they're doing this.
No. The counter argument that Luca was making was that this guy just can't shuffle. That he's just a bad dealer who can't shuffle well. And it seems very unlikely that there's going to be like 3 or 4 clear points.
The first thing they learn, probably, right?
Yeah. But I mean, you know, it's Texas. They're not hired by like a governing body or anything. So like maybe you get a shitty dealer in there, but it just seems like way too impossible to just be chance that it's like, oh, this guy's like never riffling an entire slug in his left or his right hand, and then he just happens to be pushing through the way that a mechanic would, and then he just happens to cut the deck at the exact spot that he's trying to preserve, and it's just like, you know, all this just seems like it's way too coincidental.
When you say slug, that means the amount of cards that are left in each hand?
It's the unaltered portion of the deck.
So if you're doing it properly, there shouldn't be a slug.
If you're shuffling correctly? Correct.
There should never be a slug. Like
so
all
the slug means that it's
just
bad.
he's just saying it's a bunch of cards.
There's a bunch of cards that are stuck together that aren't being shuffled.
Yes.
Yeah. And Houston basically said like neither of these dealers follow proper dealing protocols, which are standard industry wide.
Yeah, like they didn't cut it at the end. Or
I think he said it's like riffle, box cut, riffle, and then single hand deck cut onto the cut card. So the first guy, obviously he used both hands, which is a clear indicator that and that was the guy that Luca was arguing was definitely not cheating. So again, like if you guys want to check out the Houston Curtis 12-minute long video, it's probably worth a watch. I think it's pretty damning evidence. But again, you know, maybe Luca's right. He obviously has a much more trained eye than any of us. So,
but wasn't Houston an actual card mechanic?
Yes,
so
he was.
I kind of trust that.
And he made it a point to text me and tell me that he actually never cheated those Molly games. He was just a card mechanic.
I mean, whatever.
I mean, it's worth saying. I did say that he cheated the games. He's like, read the book. I'm like, I'm not going to read the book.
No,
I'm not going to read the book.
I fully expect you to listen to Houston Curtis
why don't you
narrating his
summarize?
book in the sauna.
Summarize the book for me, please. Just tell me how it all went down.
And make it sure it's 3 sentences.
Right. And a lot of this I'm obviously drawing from the Molly's game too, and I don't remember like how they portrayed his character. I just remember it was like slightly in the negative light. Anyway, neither here nor there. So it does look like, you know, you're not getting a straight game in Houston. Be careful out there.
Yeah.
It's not great. And right along those same lines, Doug is trying to expand poker in Texas as we speak. He today was the city council meeting, I guess. Whatever it was.
He's getting yelled at.
He's literally getting scolded.
That's hilarious.
Reprimanded.
Remember when he was going to be like the mayor of Las Vegas or something?
Yeah, that lasted. That was.
Is he going to do it in Texas now?
Yeah, I don't think that he has any chance. But rumor is that woman actually is a lobbyist for the tribe over at Choctaw. trying to squidoosh.
Why were they in a spat?
I don't know. I don't know the context. There is a live link to the actual meeting itself. So if you guys want to go back and watch that one, probably worth seeing what that old lady was bickering with him
she
about.
was probably just saying, hey, we want all that action.
Yeah.
I was joking about her being a lobbyist. She's 90. I assume that it's like,
He
someone in the
probably
neighborhood.
was like making jokes and like, shut your mouth. Quiet, everyone.
Take that rake
like
and
the
shove it up your ass.
Class clown is like causing a
Right.
ruckus.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what the verdict will be or how soon people will find out, but it does look like they went forward with the town hall meeting today, and Doug, at a bare minimum, got to say his piece. So,
What city does he want to open a card room in?
Dallas.
And does Dallas have rooms now?
They have one. They have TCH Dallas, and I want to say that they actually might have a couple
I was
others
gonna
on the
say,
outskirts.
I'm pretty sure they have more than one.
No, they have like 2 or 3 that might be on the outskirts, but they're incredibly small.
Okay.
And I think that I'm not sure if TCH suffers from the same problem too, but I think a bunch of the other ones have been like routinely shut down and then they get reopened.
Okay.
I know Madison was supposed to have a room there.
So maybe the majority of the red tape is that it's within like closer to the city limits.
The majority of the red tape is that there are lobbyists in Oklahoma from the Indian reservations running casinos that absolutely do not want gambling.
Tons of people.
What does Oklahoma have to do with Texas?
45 minutes away from Dallas.
So tons of people from Dallas, they can't play there, so they obviously have to go somewhere, and they all go up to Choctaw.
Okay.
Oh.
Got it. Makes more sense.
Is it Choctaw or Windstar? Or it could be both.
It's both.
They're both near each
I
other?
mean, I think Choctaw's past Windstar.
I'm not sure which one's closer, but one of them is just outside of Denton.
Yeah.
Denton, Texas. I only know this because I stayed in Denton.
You would
Not a
think
place
that
I would recommend.
you would think Dallas and Texas and the county itself would want to keep the money there, but I don't know if that matters.
No,
that
they
much,
get.
maybe.
Do you know how much lobbyists pay?
Yeah.
All that goes to the local government.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why. Look, that's why WSOP is not like rushing to advance their online poker platform, because currently they have a monopoly and they're just spending every fucking penny trying to get more states in the player pool.
Yeah.
So like they just spend millions on lobbyists trying to convert, but it's like everywhere you
become
go.
a lobbyist.
Well, I don't know that it directly lines the pockets of the lobbyists themselves, but maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure, but look, I think from a poker standpoint, we're actually all rooting for Doug here, but it's not going to be Doug Polk who brings gambling to Dallas, Texas.
Maybe.
No, it's if it happens, it's going to be Mark Cuban and what's his face that owns the Rockets. He owns the Rockets. He owns the Golden Nugget.
Isn't? Oh my God! What is his name?
Ballmer?
No.
Oh no, he did.
He wants to open a casino like on
He
the
wants
coast.
to open the Golden Nugget in Houston.
Mark
He's
Cuban
been trying
care
forever.
about poker?
Yeah, that's why he sold. Well, not poker, but he cares about gambling.
It's like
That's
sports
why
betting and stuff.
Everything. He sold the Mavericks because he's attempting to get gambling legalized in Dallas.
Allegedly.
Oh.
Allegedly.
Well, Texas.
Yeah, Texas as a whole. God, why can't I think of his name? Tillman.
Yes.
Tillman.
One of the Tillman brothers. Yeah, it's like, these billionaires are going to be the ones that do it. Like, it's not going to be a local.
Well, they're not
town
showing
hall
up to the
meeting.
town hall meeting.
No, they're not.
No.
That's very fair. And
Boots on the ground.
Well, Mark Cuban sent that lady
Right.
there to stop him so
That's
he
the
could do
lady.
it.
Right.
Yeah. That's his lobby.
Yeah. Honestly, like I would feel like so Doug is like, from what I read anyway, he's trying to open the largest card room in Texas. I would be nervous. I've had a lot of opportunities to open card clubs in Texas, and I've turned most of them down. I'm sorry, I've turned them all down. And there's probably a couple that I would have considered at least partnering with. But the fear, ultimately, at least from my perspective, especially if it comes with investing a lot of time and money, is that Tillman and Cuban actually do get their way, and casinos do begin to roll out.
And then you're out of business.
Your timeline is. It's got like, once there's regulated gambling there's no. I mean, maybe I'm speaking a little bit too facetiously here, but I don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell that they have like local licenses for these small card rooms. I don't think we're going to see something like California.
They might be grandfathered in.
No,
but even
you can't be grandfathered in for a law that doesn't exist.
But even if they were, even if they were still able to continue to operate, they would take a massive hit. People are not going to go there. They're going to go.
No, I don't
I'm
think
not so sure about that.
This is
don't think?
no, hell
I'm
no.
not so sure that the casinos would put so much time and effort into poker.
And it's
Yeah.
also like you got to think about it. These places are around the corner from your house. You have been going to these places for years, probably.
Yeah.
Like you build relationships with houses.
The issue from the
Just seems
regulatory standpoint though is safety first and foremost.
No,
I
of
mean,
course.
sorry, let me rephrase. It's money first and foremost, and then way down on the list becomes safety.
Yeah.
And it's like, when people are operating out of a fucking strip mall where dudes are getting shot in the back trying to run off with their 30K.
Yeah, there's
it's
just there's just so many more perks that come with being able to play in a casino, and I think
Having it be regulated.
And I think that the recreationals and the whales and whoever are going to start gravitating towards the casino, which is going to bring the other players.
right.
I mean, that's 3 hours away.
Not
Like,
necessarily.
I mean,
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, from like. So from
Where do you think you're
I'm
gonna get
thinking
built?
I'm thinking from Austin. Like, I feel
Well,
like
once the regulation passes, these things are going to pop up all over the place. There's
Yeah,
not
there's
going to
no-
just be one casino in
Right,
Texas.
that's
There's
true.
going to be
Yeah.
multiple.
yeah,
exactly.
Very good point.
And also, like, if it were one in Houston, one in Dallas, like, Austin's very centrally located there. You're talking about, like, what, a 30-minute flight in either direction?
Yeah, that's true. Flights are very quick.
And yeah, you're talking about, like, a 2-hour drive. But everybody in Dallas has been driving an hour for decades to go to Choctaw. Like, that's no problem. Obviously, like, they want to protect that clientele.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I think that this is probably one of the more interesting things that we've seen happen within the live sphere in the last 10 to 15 years, I would say. Because there's a world where poker gets squashed in Texas and gambling becomes legal. Right? Like, there's a world where 3 or 4 cities pop up casinos but don't give a fuck about poker.
Mm-hmm.
And now everything just moves back into the underground.
It's called Texas Hold'em. How could they not
I know.
care?
That should be, they should just say that, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, right. Yeah,
Joe Volpe
definitely.
said there were 2 poker bills in the last Texas ledge. Both died in the committee. They
Yeah.
would try again next session.
Again, I'm not super sharp on this stuff, but there's no way poker is going to be what passes first. There's no money in it.
Yeah.
From like the legislation side and the oversight, like they're not going to be able to skim enough to make it worth their while.
Right.
But you bring in sports betting, you bring in slots, you bring in all the juicy stuff.
Exactly. That's the only reason they would even consider like passing this is because
Correct.
they want to be able to skim all the money. But there's not enough rake. Got to raise the rake.
Yeah, exactly.
And more rake is better.
Imagine that's the campaign that Doug has to run on.
We're really gonna just rake the shit out of these guys. It's gonna be so good for you. Please just pass this.
Maybe
He brings
not
the grotto in
rake,
for a
but
week.
Maybe there's something that can make it more
Well, you could
appealing for businesses.
You could charge a ton for the license. Like you could charge millions for the license.
Yeah.
And
So
then
maybe they should be offering some like premium tiers of membership. They'll give you like
no.
pedicures
Sorry.
at the table.
What I'm saying is the regulatory body could charge a ton to get licensed.
But then if they charge so much, it won't even be
yeah,
worth
but it has
opening
to
up
be
the room.
worth it for the
But that's good.
casino
It would-
owners.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, but if you're charging like say you charge like $3 million for a poker license,
Yeah.
that's not that much to a casino, but that's impossible to a mom and pop card room.
No, but now you just started a card room in the Dallas. I mean, in each place though. Like one place will open up that would be huge. You'll start a monopoly.
Of course. And that would be, true if the casino did it too. Right? It's really just more like, I mean, like, look, we're still all talking about the same thing. At the end of the day, none of this is about the greater good. It's not about serving the poker patrons. It's not about creating jobs. It's not about any of that stuff. It's all about greed and funneling money to the top. Like, you're talking about one of the wealthiest economies in the United States and one of the most conservative states as well. So the fact that they don't have gambling is very, very much a bottom line decision.
Mm-hmm.
And the second that changes, or there are people who have enough money to make that change, then you're going to see it move. But of course, it's going to be in a monopoly-esque fashion, right? It's either going to be Cuban and Tillman separate, or it's going to be the two of them aligning together and just dropping casinos at every major city that they're able to.
I love the idea of like poker not being in casino. I wish it was like that everywhere.
I agree. I think that'd be kind of cool.
I hate playing casinos. It's like smoky. It's loud.
The
like,
parking
there's-
sucks.
Parking sucks.
California's
but it
not
is
like
nice
that.
for the like walk by traffic that you get from people.
I
going
think
there.
there's I think it's hard to find the upside for like small card rooms compared to casinos.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you just put safety first.
Well, not just safety, but to Melissa's point, like traffic matters a ton
Yeah,
too.
like foot
of
traffic, like people walking drunk, like, you know, that's
Right.
a big part of it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
and there's another great example, just being able to serve alcohol.
Yeah.
Food and alcohol is like a big
Can't
part.
you BYOB? You don't need a liquor license for
Yeah,
that, right?
you can.
I'm
but
gonna start.
I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure.
you're really creating like the bootleg version.
I'm like,
I'm pretty sure there's
starting a
bars in these
bootleg
places
card room.
now.
Some
Like Lads has a bar. I'm pretty sure.
Liquor
now.
licenses are expensive.
or something. They have something.
They definitely don't have a restaurant because I was pitched opening a place like across the street, and the big pitch behind it was like
I feel like they
the
opened.
owner was a restaurateur, and you know, they were going to make all the money back and then some just on their food. It's like,
Champion
nah,
does.
no,
I
you're
saw
not.
that steak.
Well, you
Yeah.
were right probably because I've been in that place a couple times.
Well, it just doesn't matter. Like anybody who's pitching you a restaurant business, like just hang up the phone.
Yeah.
why?
Like it's impossible to make money in
What if it
restaurants.
was Lisa
So hard. The
Vanderpump?
margins are so. Yeah,
Well, okay,
exactly.
well,
Now
she-
we're talking.
If it's somebody who's fucking known,
She gave these guys 5% each for $50K.
Mm.
Yeah,
Pretty good, right?
Yeah, it seems great.
yeah she
I'm
did them
in.
a favor.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Like I'll take like that's different. The food could be fucking trash. If you have an influencer who's going to do all the marketing,
those-
like
She has like 30
those goat cheese
successful
balls,
restaurants.
Berk.
I know. I gotta try them.
They're so
yeah,
good.
you would like the goat cheese balls. I don't even know what I just said.
Goat,
are we talking
cheese.
Yeah,
balls.
yeah, I know.
It's goat cheese,
Goat cheese,
breaded
That was
and then
miserable.
fried.
like a macaroni and cheese ball
Delicious.
with goat cheese.
You guys are making me hungry still.
Absolutely fucking disgusting. All right. I
I don't know what I've done to you, but I will take a Pinot Grigio.
I think that's
It's time.
we got to get to friend court here.
I need to know because I actually
Yeah.
don't. I need to be filled in on what happened. I actually don't
Conrad
know.
broke my dog.
I just
Yeah.
came home and she had a cone on. I
Yeah.
didn't know what happened.
Go ahead and roll the music, and then I will. Well, actually, I'll let Conrad lay out his defense first.
My defense first. Okay.
Tell the people what happened. Tell them how you
Yeah, I need to
destroyed my poor little puppy.
Her ear is basically off.
It was completely detached from her
My
body. They had
God,
to
can you
reattach the
guys
ear to her body.
Put her in the court. Let me get to it. All right. Berkey's in Milwaukee. Leaves me with Pip.
Shout out to Milwaukee.
Jamie is
First of all, I'm already responsible. That was a terrible decision by a papa.
My God.
Yeah.
Jamie is also in Milwaukee. Leaves me with Newt. So I got 5 dogs in the house.
That's
4. Well, she was home, so 4.
He
And
just stays in my.
yeah, so we're hanging out, chilling. There's plenty of times where they played the whole time, like for 48 hours, maybe 50, like 48 to 54 hours. They played the whole time. They ran, they did this, they jumped on each other, whatever. So I'm sitting at the table, and I just hear, well, I'm sorry. I had just looked around.
Had to be louder than that.
No, it really wasn't.
Really?
Yeah. No, it was
Wow.
like just like 2 squeals, I think it was, and like that was it. I just went over
You
there.
didn't hear any fighting or anything.
Well, no, I ran over and picked her up.
Oh.
But Newt was gone. Newt didn't mean to do this. Like I actually felt bad. Like I didn't even
They were-
yell at
were
Newt
they
because he was
playing?
like, "Huh?"
Were they
Look at that
playing?
wound.
No. So
Look at that wound. I mean, her ear is completely separated from
Dude
her
loves
So,
biting ears.
I
huh?
did not.
body. Oh, yeah, this is not. First of all,
It's not the first time
Newt
he's
is guilty.
made an ear.
Newt put a hole in poor little Tom's
Yeah,
ear.
it's blood all over the place.
So I had literally just turned around, like, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds before it and saw both of them. They were like chilling.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she just walked up on him and jumped on him. And that's what caused it. And he just reacted.
Wow.
And it's just an unfortunate situation.
Now, I will admit, Pip gets a little overzealous in playing with the bigger
puppy.
dogs. That's right. She's a puppy. And I think we can all agree Newt is a bad boy.
He's very unpredictable sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think also she's used to like Gatsby and she like runs it and jumps on him and he just doesn't even realize it happened.
Yeah, this is true. She does a lot of like when she wants to like play and spar, she gets on her hind legs like a kangaroo.
Yeah.
And I could see Newt not taking well to that. However, being that it came under Conrad's watch, I think that he is guilty of breaking my dog.
He probably thought it was fine because they had been playing and.
Yeah. You know what that sounds like to me, Melissa?
What?
Laziness.
What would you have done differently?
Hold on,
man?
don't-
If you were in that situation, how would you have prevented it from happening?
I would just never let Pip out of my probably not even out of my touch, to be quite frank.
He's out of your touch right now.
Well, she's safe, Brian. You can see that she is very safe and comfortable at my side.
She looks pretty safe, pretty comfortable.
My God.
Probably would have locked Nude out.
She's fine with the other dogs. Will never like do anything.
No.
Rudy will yell at her. But
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, just some yeah. Honestly, I think that this was a hit job.
You think Newt planned it? Like
No, I think Conrad planned it. I'm of the impression that this is a full hit piece.
This is the blasphemy.
Yeah, I heard Conrad say to himself, like, I'm going to break the dog so that Berkey doesn't want her anymore. And then I'm going to take her as my own.
Well,
Like, he wanted this ragtag crew, you know, like, oh, Pip's too perfect as is. Let's get her a half ear.
Yeah.
Let's give her the Mike Tyson treatment. Let's see what happens.
well, if it's working, I'll take her.
And now all of a sudden he tries to like, you know, he tries to turn it into like the movie Misery, where she develops a sense of need for him, and it becomes like what's it called whenever you fall in love with your captor?
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome, yeah. So it's like, you know, he's like,
really
oh,
elaborate.
baby, it's okay. You know, takes her to the vet. Like, he's like, this is my whole plan. I'm going to spend 6 days with her, and she's going to develop such an attachment by the time that Berkey gets home, she's going to forget who he is. Almost happened.
It seems too like premeditated for Conrad. I don't think he would ever.
Guys, I
plan
have some
something.
new evidence that just came to light.
Oh, no. This doesn't sound good for Conrad.
Let's take a look here.
Dun-dun-dun. Oh, yeah.
So I guess what we're trying to look at here is who is the aggressor?
Well, it's the
They're
bigger dog.
playing.
Well, right now it looks playful.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is coming from an untrained eye.
Definitely.
I don't own pets, but to me,
This is normal.
I don't know, man. Something seems.
It is because see how they're
something seems a
pausing.
little aggro about Pip.
Do you see how they're pausing?
We should have
nice.
brought,
They do when they're
we should have brought our
healthy
neighbor in for an expert witness. There's a down the street. There's a guy who trains canines.
That's true.
Good boy.
So
He probably
nothing,
could have given
nothing
some
about
insight.
this looks aggro.
Oh, this is just playing.
Run, run.
This doesn't look
Just good
aggro at
puppy.
all.
Go run.
Like they're see how
If
they're
it was
pausing.
aggro,
See, that right there kind of concerns me. Pip
Hey.
looks like she's kind of
That's
going.
their
nice?
fighting.
Pip.
Yeah.
But you see
This
how
is
Newt's
nice.
responding? He's good.
Guapo is like forever an apologist.
I know.
these are dogs being
Oh,
dogs.
run, 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 run. Look at Did you see the foam?
Yeah, he's fucking foaming at the mouth. This goddamn
different
dog
looks,
is
man.
ready to eat my puppy, and Conrad doesn't ever step in and do anything about it. He's just like, oh, that's a good boy.
Wait, hold on. He's not about to eat. He's so fucking happy that he's
Foaming
playing
at the
with
mouth.
another puppy.
Yeah.
Then he
He was
broke her.
jumping, bouncing up and down, look
Yeah.
happy as could be.
Well, he does like the ears, huh?
He is, I heard his new name is Newt Tyson.
Yeah.
I don't know how he like. How did he get such a precise spot on her? I mean, he literally got her at the spot where it could like separate from her head.
Yeah.
Like not towards the end where it would have been
He
a
was
bloody
trying to tear
mess.
that
But
thing off.
yeah, that was look at that. That is a wound.
God.
That's
She's
a
gonna have
wound
that
is what that
forever.
is.
The poor
She's gonna have a
girl.
split in her ear.
Yeah, poor girl.
Yeah, she's all stitched up.
She doesn't give a shit. She didn't care one
I know.
fucking
I
bit.
accidentally
doesn't
like
care.
rubbed her ear where the stitches are, and she just like didn't care at all.
I've had her cone off for like 4 days. Hasn't
Like,
scratched
doesn't
it.
That
Nothing.
one time.
Dogs'
Just
pain
chilling.
tolerances, I think, are so much more.
Okay.
Rudy.
So there's another video.
Okay.
I'm gonna have
More
to,
evidence?
I'm gonna have to send this one. This is not more evidence.
Exhibit B.
This is just me trying to get some sympathy for Pip and
Might work.
just make you all dislike Conrad a little bit more.
Okay. Well,
I gotta figure.
I'm
out
not
how to
above
send
bribes as a judge.
This. Yeah, no, I totally get it. I wouldn't be either.
Get
To
a
be fair,
got a Tropicana chip you need to offload.
I do. Of course, I do. We're all very. The problem is I don't know where I sent this.
I don't know.
Where did I send this to?
There's somebody in the courtroom yelling Newt is innocent.
Well, she's just a little bit biased.
There's a lady in the courtroom
think he's
yelling
a
Newt is
bad
innocent.
Okay, so Newt is definitely not innocent. But we're
Bad
trying to
boy.
determine whether Conrad is an
is innocent.
accomplice or not.
Yeah.
It's not if Conrad's guilty. It's to what degree is Conrad guilty.
Is it first degree? Is it manslaughter?
It's not really so much that he was accomplice. It's more
Deer
of
slaughter?
maybe incompetency.
Wow, you're just gonna throw that word around.
Maybe a little insanity plea.
A little inefficient.
All right, Guapo. I sent you the what I came home to. This was Pip night 1.
All right, give me a second. I gotta load it.
Okay, so to set this up, she was given a course of antibiotics, some stomach medicine to keep her from getting bound up, and then some pain meds. And this was
She was so fucked up. She couldn't stand up.
this was so I walked her after I gave her medicine, not realizing that there'd be side
It's like,
effects.
What's wrong? I'm like, is she on meds?
Yeah, she just like came
Oh,
back.
yeah.
knowing this is night 1. You guys can't hear her. She's just
The noise
screaming
is
right now.
hilarious.
She's just out of it.
She's so
Look at her
fucked up.
eyes.
Oh my god.
And then she just-
She looks like Lamana at a barbecue.
This is the
I'm pretty sure she just like passes out
yeah,
at the
she
end.
does.
Looks like she's having the time of her life.
And then night.
And she's out.
She was so high.
Yeah.
Like so high. She's just staring at me and I can see that there's nothing going on there.
She thought
She's
that
like,
something was wrong. He was like, what's wrong with her? I'm worried. And she's just like falling over, like
Yeah.
can't stand straight. I'm like, are you on pain meds?
Poor baby.
Poor baby.
Yeah. She's a trooper though.
Judge.
I mean, the judge is going to have to say that after a lot of deliberation and some
After
careful
weighing all the evidence.
some careful thinking, that I'm going to have to say that Conrad is not guilty.
God.
I think
This
I agree.
is this
yeah.
is just
I'm going home, baby.
this is just it's a situation of dogs just being dogs, playing. Sometimes they get a little too rough. Sometimes, one does something that the other one doesn't like, and they snap. And these things happen so quick.
Yeah. It
This
wasn't
is
like a
just-
full
I don't
on
think
fight.
there's like
another
I don't
clear
think
case.
there's anything that Conrad could have done or would have done differently.
Just another
to
clear case of
prevent this.
weaponizing incompetence.
I mean,
Very disappointing.
so Conrad, you
disappointing.
are free to go. Berkey, on the other hand,
yeah, why would I leave my dog with him? I get it. I get it.
That's the
let's
real-
talk about you trying to overdose your dog.
It was the proper amount of dosage.
Was it?
Yeah.
Mm.
But I don't know that
I'm
I
gonna
should have
have to
been
look into
exercising her on pain meds. That might
You
have
did
been
That
walk
was-
her a
that
mile
part.
while she was on
Mhm.
pain meds.
Yeah.
It's kind of
To be
cool.
fair, it
Yeah.
did delay the reaction. She was fine on the walk. As soon as she got home, though, fucked up. Just fucked up.
She's still fucked up. Look at her.
She's like her papa. I took her off the pain meds after day
You
2.
can see her ear from here, right? Where it's
Yeah,
shaved off.
she-
Did you
Shaved.
wean
Yeah.
her off, or did you just cold turkey it? Because
Well, she was only getting one a day.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, I stopped giving her one a day.
I mean, she only
It
had
went down to
one.
half a pill.
Yeah.
She only had one of them.
Yeah.
No, shit.
Two. I
Yeah.
gave her one. You gave her one.
Yeah. It
One
was,
of these days, you'll win one of these friend courts, Burke. I promise.
I mean,
Usually, he
if-
hasn't really won
if
one.
if you don't want to have a vote for Pip here, like, you're just
Pip
a
is
bad
not
guy.
guilty.
No, I know
you
she's
know.
not.
We
And
have
she
a
was
guilty-
looking for her justice here in friend court, and you just absolutely told her to go fuck herself.
We have a guilty party.
Yeah, we already know Newt is guilty.
Yeah.
It's bad.
This was
Newt
a
boy.
dog
should
on
be
dog
in doggy
crime.
jail right now.
Jamie's in the
Jamie,
back.
maybe Jamie's at fault. I don't know what she's, what she's
What
telling
she's
that
teaching
dog.
him.
Teaching that dog. What kind of training? I don't know, but
New Tyson.
Newt Tyson.
Yeah.
Why the ear, man? Why
He
the
loves
ear?
the ears. Yeah, Tom's.
Oh, he's
Tom
done more
had
than
a-
one ear.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah.
The last time he got what is Tom?
He's like a
Puggle?
puggle. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really fat though.
Yeah, little fat puggle.
Looks like a
Uh,
bread loaf.
He's like he's like 10 and Newt nipped him in the ear. There was so much blood and Tom didn't care.
He was just shaking it
He
all
just
over.
kept shaking his head and it looked like a murder scene at my
blood
house.
everywhere.
Just spraying it on the walls like he's fucking Van Gogh trying to create abstract art. Like, buddy, can you relax a little bit?
Yeah, he just kept shaking it.
My eo itchy.
Yeah.
Like, man, not anymore.
Yeah, new Tyson.
The good news is that Pip is still small enough where I think I can take her to the World Series with me this summer.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Where will you put her?
I don't know. I may just bring this bed with me. Stuff it
Okay.
under my chair. Literally just fucking chill.
Oh, she's be too big in a month. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And when you say the World Series, you mean Bobby's room?
No,
You
I'm
mean
excited.
like you're gonna play a tournament
you're-
and have
you're
the
excited,
dog
are
next
you?
to you?
Yeah.
She's gonna be so bored. She doesn't want to play a tournament.
Well, I can't leave her home with Conrad any longer. That's clear.
Whoa.
I may have lost friend court, but I've gained my scruples back.
I'll bring her to Sam.
Lesson learned.
Whoa. I get the baby.
She's actually probably big enough and old enough to stay home alone at this
She's
point.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Although
just
she
fun
freaked
to-
out the other day. I left for 45 minutes and I came back and I think that she had convinced herself that was it.
Oh.
Like I was just gone
Yeah.
forever.
She just leaves little poops around sometimes, but that's not a big
I would
deal.
I would like to know what sways her decision making process. Like the other day, whenever Conrad was like, "Oh, I look up after playing Madden," and she's like literally staring me in the eyes and shitting.
Yeah.
It's like she's
I think she
she's
maybe wants attention.
she's 10 feet away from the door that's open,
yeah.
and like chose that. You know, like you're not paying enough attention to
Yeah, I
me
think
right
it's
now,
a
sir.
punishment thing.
Speaking of paying, how much did you pay for this trainer to not have her shit in the house?
No, that's not
No,
the way
the
training
trainer-
works.
The trainer did a really good job. Like
Yeah.
she's like
I thought the
bomb-proof.
point of training a dog was exactly for that.
Oh,
That's
Guavo,
like housebreaking.
you are.
Listen, I don't have pets, man.
we
I'm just
know
asking.
you just tried to accuse her of fucking starting shit with Newt.
Yeah. It's like the most healthy play session.
No, you just have to create like baseline training, and then it becomes repetition, and you know you keep taking her out over and over again until finally she figures out
She's
that's
the
her poop
best
spot.
behaved dog in the house, probably.
Oh, it's not close. Well, Gatsby,
Gatsby's-
especially now that he's
He
lost his
doesn't
voice.
really do much.
Tried barking today at the.
Like he can't bark. It's bad.
I missed the gym this morning because I couldn't miss on the opportunity. So she's terrified of the whatchamacallit, the people who come to do the yard. The landscapers, thank you. She's like terrified of the machinery. And I was texting the trainer, he's like, yeah, you just have to like expose her to it slowly, like make it playtime, go out there and like play around the machine. So it's like 7:45 and I have until like 8:15 to get to the gym if I want to be able to work out with enough time to still go play it at 10. And I take her out there and she just immediately cowers, runs back in the house. I was like, okay, I got to leash her and get some food and like go through the whole thing. So we're out there for like 30 minutes and finally I get her used to the lawnmower. Like it was such an achievement. And then all it took was another guy to come through. All he had was a hoe. That was it. Not the
What was
one
her
you guys, not the one you guys are thinking of. He just had like a little hoe to dig up weeds, and he's going around to weed, and he's just like slapping it and pulling it out of the ground. First time he thwapped the ground with that thing, she was gone, man, and there was no retrieving her. So it was like a 45-minute process of just like getting her to go out and warm up to these things. And I look, I'm like, God damn it, I'm out of time. We're gonna have to go for a walk instead and call that cardio for the day. She didn't get to join.
Very good.
She went on her own walks.
Okay. Well, that's good. So it's almost World Series time. 3 weeks out.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Came up quick.
Goes quick.
Time's going by faster and stuff. You know, I'm having like an existential crisis.
It's because you're not bored anymore.
Yeah.
You got shit going on.
Yeah.
What's everybody's plans? I admittedly am starting to get excited. I got to play poker 3 days in a row, and I was just
About
like, oh,
tournaments?
man. Just about the
Just about
summer.
it just being the summer, yeah.
But yeah, I'll
'Cause
play
there's
some
just-
events.
Yeah, of course you're always gonna play some.
I might
Yeah.
win one. I might fuck around and win one.
Yeah.
You know what happened?
Oh man, that would be so
Here's what happened.
funny.
Here's what happened. All these guys that are like elite tournament players, I'm in a group chat with them, and all they talk about is how meaningless all of the things are that create edge in tournaments. And I know what they're doing. I know that this is just a byproduct of them knowing these things inherently so well that they are now dismissing their actual value.
Yeah.
Not realizing that somebody like myself doesn't know fuck all about 20 big blind shove ranges or ICM when it matters, yada, yada, yada. But they've pulled the wool over my eyes enough to believe that I'm just here to run it, you know? good hand, in the money, out of the money. Who gives a shit?
I mean, you can win.
I could win,
know?
Yeah.
and that's all it takes. Because I'm not going to play a million of these things.
Yeah,
I just need to run above
guys like that,
expectation.
there's recreationals every year.
That's
that
right.
Win. One
Rec
could be
Berkey
you.
is here. Why not me? I'm
Why
going to win
not?
a bracelet, and then I'm going to win a goddamn side bet. And I'm just going to become the richest guy in Vegas for one summer.
For one summer.
For just one summer.
One summer, yeah.
Sun run incoming. I might play the
Backyard,
250K.
maybe.
Who knows?
Wow.
Look at you.
Strong.
Who knows?
Take
And
all
if
of
I do,
yourself
I
in
was
it.
going to say, if I do, I'm not selling.
Yeah, that's how it lasts for one summer.
The responsible thing.
The only way I'm playing that big is if I have way too much of myself. Okay, I need to feel something. God damn
You'll
it!
feel something.
And I want to know. I want to know what it's like to get ace queen on the bubble of a 250K when you have all of yourself and 15 big blinds.
Sounds horrible.
I want that feeling because let me
really-
tell you guys, there's only one thing I'm doing, and that is putting all my goddamn chips in the middle.
I
one
just
way
feel
or
like you
another.
never win. When
No,
you're in that
no,
spot either.
never.
You only have to beat out
Absolutely
like
never.
35 people.
Yeah, that's true.
I, on the other hand, will be out there trying to beat 20,000 people.
Right.
You're doing.
That's-
the
I'm going to
Lord's
be
work.
playing,
That's what feels
Basically-
impossible
yeah.
to me.
Oh,
It's like,
no.
That's a 3-day tournament
Does
either way.
anybody win?
Exactly. That's what people don't understand.
anyone
Is like
actually
people are
win
just
those?
busting quicker in these than they are in the smaller events. So it's the same thing.
yeah.
20,000 people, 20 people. It's 3 days
It
either way.
it really is. It's not any harder to win a 20,000 man tournament than it is.
Basically, same. Like 1-to-1 exchange.
Right. When
The
there's 20 people,
250K and the
everybody's good.
500.
When there's
If-
20,000, everybody's
If
bad.
Justin Bonomo only played the Colossus for the rest of his life, he would still have 55 billion in earnings. I'm confident.
That thing's easy, man. I got 14th in that.
That's right. 14. God, what a fucking hard. 14th isn't worth the pint to piss in.
For that
very-
many,
Pot to
It
piss
was-
in.
that many
Sorry.
days. How many days is it? 5 or something?
It was 2 day ones, I think, 2 or 3 day ones, and then it was I think that was day 3. Yeah,
Okay.
it was quick. Right.
14th.
Kind of miserable.
13,000?
20, no, it's like 27. or
27,000.
Something like that.
It
That
hurts.
sounds like a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Like when you
For
say it out loud,
400?
it's like, oh, that's,
$400 tournament.
yeah, it's 75
Bad.
buy-ins.
A lot of buy-ins.
Seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Brian, the
First
pilot,
place was like $500,000.
the pilot
That's
got
it?
a whole bunch of
I
money
think,
for
yeah,
that.
550 or something
Sam
like
got
that.
second.
Oh yeah.
In the
Maybe a second?
Colossus?
It was
Yeah.
the first tournament he ever played.
He got second in the Colossus?
Yeah.
What a sicko.
It was the first
Mhm.
bullet of any tournament he's ever played.
Wow, no wonder he's fucking hooked.
Right, exactly. And I'm like, I don't want to
Poor
play
kid.
tournaments. He's like, you got to play them. And I'm like, I don't like it. Like, I don't know what it's like to get at a final table of a live tournament. Like,
Oh, once
But,
you do
but
it-
oh my God, what a relationship building process, right? Like he would just be right there,
oh yeah,
coaching you along the way, running
sure.
ICM, like running HRC sims in the fucking crowd.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, this is a love story
it
if I've
is
ever
that,
heard
right?
one. So you're
But I
playing.
win the main.
well, you
so-
played.
So you're playing a 30 event package.
Yeah, I mean, you played a bunch last year.
Are
you gonna
I
play
planned
less,
to play
more,
a bunch. I
same?
didn't end up playing all of them. I only played like 15, I think.
Okay.
I think I will play.
You still owe me from this package.
I do. Yeah, I do.
Just roll it.
Roll it.
Just roll it over to
Yeah.
this year.
Roll it
What are,
over.
what are we playing? 50, 55
Oh
events?
my god, that's so many.
Yeah, but like, your boyfriend will be there. What else are you going to do? It's the only way you're going
Play
to see him.
cash.
Play cash where?
There you go.
I mean, yeah, I want you to play, but like, really, who are we kidding?
I don't want to wait in line.
100-man wait. You're not VIP status enough to get into games.
No.
That's the thing. It's like if you play like the smaller stakes cash, like you can just do that year round. I mean, the games are a little bit better,
Not really.
right?
They're worse.
They're worse.
Yeah,
There's
they might
more
be worse.
Euros and
1-3 is
stuff.
They might be
filled with
worse.
euros.
Right.
They're
Fucking
actually-
Sid is
they're
out there
actually a lot
complaining
worse.
that I couldn't win.
I guess I'll play.
It's like you play the
Guess I'll play
tournaments
tournaments.
because this is where you can make, life-changing
You
money.
play to win the game.
tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow, look at
We're
all
gonna be
this
out
fucking
there.
fire in Berkey.
I know.
What,
Berkey
like,
loves
no-
it. He's got the edge. He's got the edge.
I'm just
telling you,
buried
man.
enough in cash that I know I need to win the goddamn Colossus to get even.
Hey, listen, man.
Of all of them, you're gonna win the Colossus.
Well, I'm going to win the Colossus and then parlay that into a 250K
Okay.
buy-in.
All right.
Berkey is not
There
going
is-
to play.
That's
I
awesome.
will bet
Imagine
everything
that
he's not
story.
playing the Colossus.
Imagine that story. Man wins the Colossus, turns it into two
It's not just
250K
man,
buy-ins.
though. You're not just like some random man.
No, but the story's a lot better that way.
Hold
Yeah.
on, didn't
Man wins the Colossus for 500K, fires 2 bullets in the 250K, And bricks.
Wait, didn't Brian Green do just this?
I mean, he won the 100K, but I think he got his buy-in like playing blackjack or something.
Oh, okay.
That was. I actually played that 100K. That was the only one I ever played. 2016. I got fucked by
the deck.
Yeah, basically. I got limp. I got limp cold 4-bet by pocket sixes. I didn't win. I had ace king suited.
I'll have to look at the schedule. I'm sure I'll end up playing.
You haven't looked at the schedule yet?
I figured this was like pillow talk between you and Sam. So like, what am I doing on Thursday, June 7th?
He doesn't care about the low stuff. He's just like, will I play the 250K or not?
This motherfucker is going to be in every 1K.
So last year he played his first tournament ever,
No,
which
2
was
years ago.
Oh, that was 2 years ago. I was gonna say I didn't remember seeing him.
Wait, suddenly 2 years ago makes it different?
I mean, a little bit.
Oh, okay.
A little bit.
He's basically the headline I just gave you. Man finishes second in Colossus, fires 250K.
This man is very good. And he should be playing all the big stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's a lot of small stuff.
I know.
Thanks to Lamana, he lobbied for all of it.
I know. So I'm going to be in there. Probably the biggest buy-in outside the main event I'm going to play is
I want to win the
1500.
Mystery Millions.
Oh, there's a lot of small
I'm
stuff.
playing everything that has a name, right?
Yeah.
The Colossus, the Millionaire Maker, the Monster Stack, the Gladiator,
Ugh.
Well,
the High Roller.
The high roller.
whatever events you choose to play, be sure you get a little session in with Hunt prior because he's on fucking fire right now.
I'm studying all Hunt stuff.
His he put a tweet out yesterday, and I know what he was doing, but he's too goddamn British to do it the right way.
Right.
So I had to step in for him.
Yep.
He said, "Congrats to Danny on making WPT Choctaw final table. My students have now final tabled back-to-back WPT main events. There's still time to lock in my current coaching rate after the WSOP if anyone's curious." And I quote tweeted this and said the thing that Hunt wasn't willing to say out loud. He won't say it, so I will. Eat a dick. And that's to all of you motherfuckers. JMO, you can eat a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Need
He's
eggs,
so polite
you can eat
too.
a dick.
Like even when like J-Mo was like going at him, he's like, "Well, the first time I've been described as an ogre." So like polite about it. Oh, that's the first time I've been described.
He's
as
like, I
an
mean,
ogre.
I'm 6'4", and I'm 220 pounds or whatever.
6'4".
Definitely not
6'4"?
6'4".
No,
call.
not 6'4",
I call.
6'2" maybe.
Book it.
6'2"?
Book
I call.
it.
I call.
Why is
You
Hunt
think he's
so
under
tall in your
6'2"?
mind?
I think
Yes.
he's 6 foot or less.
He's
Book
like,
it.
I will book that he's higher than 6 foot.
I would book
It's
it.
like the
Booked.
I would book.
Booked.
Yeah.
It's
He's
booked.
under, right?
Booked.
Yeah.
I
thought he was shorter than
I
you.
win
We're
on,
not talking about Matt Hunt.
yeah, I
Yes.
win on 6 foot, right?
Wait, if he's
Yeah,
6 foot or
'cause
under?
you said
yes.
under.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Booked. Okay.
Yeah, that's easy money. That's the easiest money you've ever.
Easy money.
isn't
Wait,
he
me or
shorter
him?
than you?
Huh?
Me or him?
You're dead.
Okay. So
You
20,
can't win
20
this.
push-ups, and if I win, is there any way I can transfer
I
that?
knew he was gonna say
action.
that.
I
there any
want
way I
all
can
the action
transfer
right
that?
now.
He's like really confident that
So
he's like
I owe
6'4".
Conrad 20 push-ups, and I just want to know if there's a way that I can transfer them to Lamana.
Hunt is definitely not 6'4". That's
I
like
didn't say
insane.
6. I said 6'4" and I retracted.
Okay.
I said, yeah, then I said.
He's just saying
around 6
over
foot.
6 foot at this point, which is fine. We still win. All right, 20.
Man, I feel like
20
we're the
push-ups,
same
20
height,
push-ups.
me and Matt.
And you are?
6 feet tall.
Well, okay. Well, that's a win for me. I hope he is. I do think Hunt's tall. I think you have a good side here, Lamana. Maybe 6 foot
I thought he was
3/4.
5'11".
6'1",
I.
maybe.
I thought he was like 5'11".
On Tinder, he's 5'11.
Matt, how tall are you?
He's
You're
6'1".
6 foot?
Me, yeah.
Okay.
On
Yeah.
Tinder, I'm 5'11", though.
He's definitely
Melissa
taller
told
than
me.
you.
No, do 6'1".
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't want to.
Because 5'11" is what 5'9" guys do.
I literally almost said I don't want to lie, and then the irony is I would still be lying, but somehow in my mind it's better if I'm lying in the negative. Like if I make myself shorter than I really am in real life.
Because people lie about 5'11". That's probably the most lied about height.
What people are so dumb. The entire purpose of everything in life when it comes to meeting other people, undersell yourself. Like,
Yeah, but-
you know, like what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Slap a filter on it. That's a huge
Well,
mistake.
I don't know if undersells the strategy on these things.
You're not going to catch any initial attention. That's
That's
for
the
sure.
problem.
But like, if you're funny, look, as a guy, nobody's looking at
You're
our
not
fucking
going to get in the
pictures.
door if you're...
Nobody's swiping based on pictures. They all fucking
What?
read. All the girls read.
She goes, what?
They all read. That's why my profiles may as well be inactive.
we
I have like
have
a one-liner.
No, No, you
woman
you say
here
you
who-
want.
No, she's feral. It's
You
different.
say you want a sparring partner or something.
Yeah, I'm
on
drawing
yours.
dead. I'm drawing dead.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
I want a muscle mommy.
It's
And she's
an
like, how
insane
juiced
thing to
are
say.
you? Like, let me see your veins. I'm like, I ain't got no veins.
Not vascular enough.
Sorry, bro. You're not vascular enough. Get out of here. Hit the
We'll
bricks.
take you to BravoCon. I think you'll find.
No,
Yeah.
no. Ew, yuck.
You will be like
Those girls are
every corner. Like she's hot. She's
Yeah,
hot.
of course they'll all be hot, but they're also gross. And like, imagine
gross?
my
What
down.
does that mean?
What does
They're
that mean
hot
they're
but
gross?
gross.
Imagine my downtime being on a fucking couch watching Andy Cohen in
You
his
love
latest
watching
stupid
reality
fucking
shows.
reality
I'm glad
show.
that you know who Andy Cohen is.
Look how happy he
Makes me
is.
happy.
Idiot.
How would Burke?
Dude, you got to watch What Happens live. tonight
No.
with Andy Cohen.
No.
Tell him Sandoval's going to be on.
I don't
With
care. I don't even know who that is.
I
I don't know who that is. God damn it.
think you would like it if you started watching.
This is the third person today who told me to have kids, and I'm going to say the same thing I said to the first two. I'm pretty confident I'm sterile. I have a idea. You know how
Why
you
get
have
it
that
tested?
intuition? I kind of don't want to get it. Like, why get the confirmation?
I don't know.
Yeah,
you
it's
would
probably worth
you
it.
could stop wearing condoms with people that are clean.
I'm glad you prefaced that. You can still wear condoms. With people that are clean. Or at least they told you they're clean.
Yeah.
How much do you trust them, really?
Well, at this point,
I think I found the perfect accessory for my girdle.
you have a girdle?
Remember the girdle I wore?
No.
Is it a cock cage?
Apparently, there's shoes you can buy.
Oh,
You can get
good.
like
make
2 or
you
3
taller?
inches. Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, two
Oh,
and a
I
half.
can't even tell.
Can you send that link to Hunt?
you got it.
I just want to make sure
For
with
the
this
bet.
Fucking Lamana, man. It's brutal. So you're playing a full package of named events? That's
I
the
mean,
fun
it's going to
nature.
look very similar to last year. Yeah, it's going
All
to
right,
be a
well-
lot of the smaller events, 1,500, like the special ones, the
Okay.
bigger fields, the high value ones. Yeah, probably 20 some odd events.
All right. You could do a favor and sell it to the public, but be prepared for the JMO wrath.
Oh, I don't care. I sold to the public last year.
Yeah, and he said you're
People
a
are
little
already in my
bitch.
DMs asking, make sure I save them a piece.
They
I
want
might
a
not
piece
even
of
have
the
to
tortoise.
tweet it out. It might already be. People want a piece of the tortoise because they know
That's
they
smart.
got that
He's gonna
14th
cash,
place
you know?
locked up.
That's learn from
Yeah.
Rampage, okay?
Right.
Learn from Ethan. You can't just be doing 7 figures of fucking action out in the public forum.
Right.
You're gonna get dragged for it.
Mm-hmm.
Just curl up in your little shell, slide in someone's DMs, and say, "Do you want the rest?"
Do you want the rest?
And I'll
Right.
take whatever they don't have.
All right. That's great.
My little money maker.
That's right.
God, imagine him winning something big and not having a piece. What a mistake.
I know.
What a huge error.
What do you mean not having a piece?
Won't be me.
Oh, you not having a piece.
Oh, I'll always have a piece.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, click the bell. Sorry, I was kind of trying to kill a little bit of time because I wanted to do In the Muck, but unfortunately, it seems as though the servers are down for GTO Wizard.
Oh,
So we're gonna have
are
to
they
put this one
updating
off.
something? Maybe.
The issue is that they're on a whole other part of the world.
I did
So
not put deodorant on.
I'm so sad that the camera didn't
Thanks
catch
for sharing that.
It was not good.
You can keep some things up
just
here.
That was, that
You don't
was-
always have to say the quiet thing out loud.
I do. I really do.
Well, it does make for good content.
I've been smelling you this whole episode. I kept my mouth shut the whole time.
It's only my left one that smells too. Like only the left one.
Oh, that's stress sweat for sure.
Really?
Yeah. Tortoise is making you nervous.
I don't feel
understand.
stressed. It's a P90X. So
Yeah.
I can't keep it together.
He's getting a little thick. He's talking about his package, all kinds of shit, just getting out of control.
Yeah.
God.
All right, Guapo's
Get us
playing
outta
us out.
here.
I think that's gonna do it
Yes,
for
you
us.
should.
I am pumped for the World Series. I'm really
Wow.
looking forward
It's
to
like
it.
totally different from the Doomer version of you.
He's
you
had
know,
2 winning sessions. Give him
give
a break.
me-
I know. Yeah. Give him like
talk to
every
me
day.
like
Yeah.
mid-June,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we'll have different things to
Okay.
discuss. But as it stands, I am pumped for the WSOP. I'm going to be in there, some of the higher stuff for sure. I'm going to play the first event. We're going to play the first event and see what happens.
All right.
And we're going to take it from there.
The 5K?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Seems like a good one to me. That's going to do it for us. We're going to be back at a normal time tomorrow with the one and only Matt Hunt telling the whole world to suck his dick.
He's going to let us know how tall he is.
That's right. Be sure to tune in for Lamana doing his 20 push-ups and Hunt with another strat chat. Maybe we'll talk a little bit WSOP stuff. We'll see.
We'll do him right on the air. We'll use that camera. We'll use Pip's camera. We'll do him right on the air.
Yeah, I owe too, so
right.
Hopefully I don't turn this into 40.
One of us is doing push-ups tomorrow, so maybe both. Maybe both. So
Probably
I
both.
might even just do them with you, even if you lose.
He
Just
might
Tony
just
Horton
want to do
style.
them because he's like
camaraderie.
Yeah.
That's right.
I can't control myself. I just have to do push-ups at like random times of the day.
We'll see you guys noon Pacific tomorrow.
Later, Scott.
Peace.